Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep, welcome back to the Butcher's Circus. Today we are going to be playing against Mr. D once again, and we are going to be doing something very, very silly today. We are going to play a Mark team without using Marks, so that is, out of the blue, a very, very silly idea that you should never do, because that's the main synergy between the Bounty Hunter and the Arbalist. You know, the Arbalist shoots and does a lot of damage when there's marks, but as you can see, my Bounty Hunter does not have a marking ability, so I'm forced to go uppercut, which is still a pretty good move. Just knocking that Crusader to the back honestly feels great when you use this uppercut, because Holy Lance is still strong, but this is better than a stun most of the time. Now, one thing that's going to be really, really bad here is that despite going first, which I obviously love, I do not have any kind of accuracy, so I'm probably just going to miss everything right now, which is definitely not too good. So I feel like maybe going for a stun on that Grave Robber before she does anything might be the play here. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's drop a stun on that Grave Robber. It's an 80. Okay, we do get it. We can pretty much perma-stun her after the dodge goes away, if she isn't in position 4, which is pretty nice. But yeah, this Bounty Hunter is already dropping to that sword. Just look at that blight from the shield breaker. That is brutal. That is brutal. Okay. Yeah, not having a mark is really gonna make stuff a little hard on us, but I'm gonna go for a 45 stun. We actually hit, surprisingly. Very surprisingly, but we do the minimum amount of damage, so it's not like he's in danger or anything like that. I feel like killing this Crusader early could actually be a good idea. Yeah, we roll for max damage, which is pretty nice. Maybe let's kill this Crusader early, you know? That could be pretty nice, because he's the only healing character that his team has. So once that's gone, I will have a Vessel to just heal everyone that wants healing, and we could actually be pretty okay here. What would be really good for us right now would be to get the maximum amount of damage on that Crusader. So a stun for 3 is pretty good. And right now, if the Arbalist rolls for 19, which is kind of unlikely, we might actually just be able to get the kill. Which, you know, that would be obviously awesome. He's gonna go for a lunge. He's smart, he's smart. He's gonna go for the immediate launch, but doesn't drop me to death's door, so it's not like I'm in that much danger just yet. I'm gonna drop another sniper shot. We actually do enough damage. Wow, we actually do enough damage, so if the Crusader wasn't in position 4, he'd be dead right now. But he cannot go expose, obviously, because then the Crusader just dies. And even though my Bounty Hunter is in danger, especially if, you know, if he drops the finale, this could still be pretty good for us. So I'm down a character, but I don't have a finishing character. That's kind of my problem here, is that this team only has one finishing character. Let's drop a stun on this Grave Robber. Thankfully we hit. We are gonna have to get a lucky death blow on that Crusader, honestly. Or just perma-stun him with the Arbalist, and then get a lucky death blow. I feel like I had an idea of, instead bringing the Eagle Eye Talisman, bringing another finisher. Kind of like to have finisher support, which is always good. But since we didn't go for that, we're just gonna have to get a little lucky killing this Crusader. Of course, going for a finale early on their Bounty Hunter means that all these 3 characters are still alive, but Bounty Hunter is very, very important for a team like this. Okay, that's probably gonna be another kiss on my Vestal. Hopefully it doesn't get the blight. Oh my god, this is good. Oh, this is good. So the fact that we're playing a Mark team without marks isn't even doing anything against us, honestly, because we went for an early uppercut and then we just shot without a mark and still dealt a lot of damage. Oh, that's another crit. Speaking Adder's Kiss, what's the crit chance on that? It's not that good. Crit mod +9, it's like... it's probably like a Holy Lance chance of getting that amount of damage. Yeah, it is a pretty big amount, actually. It is a pretty big amount. We need to kill finishing characters. Let's go for the Jester. That's a min roll. At least we hit, though. At least we hit, that's what I'm gonna say. Let's drop a shot on that Jester, and now he's at death's door, so... Unfortunately, our Bounty Hunter is long gone, but this is not looking too bad. It's going to be a Dark Stab, it's going to do 7 damage. I'm probably just going to heal that, honestly. Probably just click the Vestal and self-heal for maybe a lot. Imagine if we get a crit Divine Grace here, it might just be GG. I called it! I called it! Crit 28, that's the absolute maximum you could roll for. Honestly, if I was Mr. D right now, I would just surrender. I would surrender on the spot after seeing something like that, because he doesn't have heals. His Shieldbreaker might be really tanky, but once the other two characters are gone, this is gonna be GG for him, because only having a Crusader for healing means that once I focus him down, there's no way you can sustain, and I have 3 healing characters. I can sustain forever. And even though the Vessel's in position 1, as we saw just like 2 videos ago, Hand of Light is still a pretty darn gnarly ability, so this could be honestly still not too bad for us. Who should I go for the killing blow with? The Arbalist or the Crusader? I feel like I'm gonna go with the Arbalist just because it's a confirmed hit chance, you know. So going for the confirmed hit chance is probably better here, because the Crusader can still heal the Vassal in case anything bad happens. So just going for that with the Arbalist first. I mean, why not? Why not? Why not? Okay, this Grave Robber, she might go Shadow Fade, but is that really gonna help him all that much? Eh, possibly. A lunge might just one-shot my Crusader. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Not with all the prot he has. I mean, it's only 15, but the Crusader is just such a chunky boy. Okay, we go for this Holy Lance for sure, and we get the second death blow. Who needs finishing characters when you get lucky? Oh, that is wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful. And it is disgusting as well, because I should not win against a team like this. Yeah, I mean, I kind of should win, but when there's a Shieldbreaker spamming Adder's Kiss, it's really difficult to win. Especially when you're playing Silex Special here. It doesn't have any extra accuracy on any of its characters, so this is kind of the matchup that it typically has a hard time against. Well, there's that Shieldbreaker just sitting there happily. I could go for a sniper shot on the Grave Robber, or I could go for a stun. That's the question here. Do I want to go for a stun, or do I want to go for a sniper shot? Both are good. Sniper shot might be better, actually, especially if you get a crit. Why am I calling every single one of these crits? It's wonderful. I'm loving it. I am loving it right now. And if he goes for an Adder's Kiss on my Crusader, that's gonna do some decent damage. Finally not a crit Adder's Kiss, by the way. But I can just go for a heal now, and I can prevent that that Vessel from actually dropping to death's door. And I can start rolling for kills on that Grave Robber. 83% hit chance. We miss, unfortunately. Finally a miss, by the way. But we still get the buffs, even with the miss. Oh, that's nasty. Oh, that is nasty. So the accuracy is going up even though you miss. That's kind of insane. Yeah. It's because it's buff self, it's not buff on hit. So that still gives us the extra buffs, the extra damage, and the extra accuracy. So if someone ever tells you, I'm gonna make you play a Mark team without Marks, well, as long as it isn't a full Mark team and it's something like Mark Stun, you are still chilling. You are absolutely chilling right now. There's no way I don't flare this. Yeah, there's no way. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. She dodges the flare because of the extra 20 dodge from the Cloak and Dagger. Okay, that really does suck. That's actually something I definitely didn't want to see, because now she's gonna get... I lost my action, and she's gonna get an empowered action as well, so... that's a big... but what can you do? What can you do? I'm gonna drop this Hand of Light here. It's probably gonna miss or get a crit, you know, it's one or the other really when you play a team like this. And just heal, just don't let anyone die. We have 3 healing characters, only 2 at the moment, but we have a lot of healing, so just don't let anyone die and they have a really bad time. Once we take care of that Grave Robber, it's gonna be GG. But there's probably a big crit coming. Yeah. If he doesn't go for it right now, I'm still gonna try the flare again, because it's an 80 hit chance, like, it should have gone through. Sadly it did not, but what can you do when something like that happens? You can cry and complain about it, or you can stop cry, kid. You have 2 options. He's gonna go for an expose, actually. That's gonna put the Grave Robber in position 2. Guess that means he wants to go Panic Turns, maybe? I'm not too sure. Well, I definitely have to heal with someone here, so I feel like it's gonna be the Crusader. Now let's just drop a heal with the Crusader. It's also gonna clear the debuff, so it's not too shabby. And yeah, this should still be okay. I do have 2 buffs on this Vessel right now, so she's doing some decent damage. And if he doesn't go for another Shadow Fade, and I mean, even if he goes for another Shadow Fade, that's a super weird move. Yeah, if he doesn't, I'm gonna have a Hand of Light, potentially a kill. I'm thinking he's probably just gonna drop a Panic Darts on. Oh no! Ugh! Oh, that's 33. That's just enough. Okay, okay, that's bad. That is quite bad, if you ask me. He goes first. He does indeed. He does indeed go first. Okay. No, the Crusader has to stay alive. The Crusader has to stay alive. Crit 33, just enough. So pick to the face with that armor piercing and the cloak and dagger and all that bullshit. But this Vestal, she doesn't care. She just gets the 25 death blows. This Vestal is like our new bounty hunter, you know? She just does not care. So even though my opponent just nearly won there, I'm gonna have to say it's impossible from now on because the Crusader still stays alive. Wow, that was a scary moment. That was a very scary moment. Missing that flare almost lost me the match. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. Yeah. Now it's only a shield breaker. He's thinking like, oh, what should I do? What should I do? Should he go puncture? Should he go expose? Or, you know, he definitely has to kill the Vestal. Because his only winning chance is to get afflictions on my characters. That's how bad it is for him right now. He has to get afflictions. So it's definitely not too good for him. Unfortunately, we miss. What can you do? I'm just gonna heal, just keep myself alive for a little longer. There's no point just hitting the corpses right now, especially since that one's gonna go away. And yeah, he's gonna go expose actually. Yeah, he does have to get the afflictions, I suppose. He does have to go for something like that. But right now we could go for a stun, but the hit chance is garbage, so I'm just gonna drop this and just keep self-healing. Because no matter how much DOT you apply or how much damage you have with one character, if the Crusader just keeps healing, he can do it infinitely as long as there's another character alive, so he becomes a win condition on his own, obviously. Since a team like this always gets the kills earlier, no, not in this case because the Jester got a finale off, but since a team like this usually has the character advantage, if you just manage to nail down the character advantage this big, it just means that the Crusader can permanently heal and honestly just have a really good time. And yeah, Mr. D just surrenders. Maybe he saw the resolve before I did. Yeah, he saw the resolve before I did. I went stalwart, so there's absolutely no chance. But yeah, that's gonna be all she wrote for Mr. D right now, so let's move on to a second match, see if we can keep making this work. Alright, and here we go. On to match number 2. I did not make any adjustments since if something works, you know, you just, wait, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, that's what you usually say. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, so I'm just bringing the same team, but it looks like we're gonna go against something pretty darn cool here. It's gonna be a Flagellant in position 1, kind of a support Flagellant with Numbing Instance. Weird one. You would probably enjoy having the Snuff in this matchup, though. And it's gonna be... Wow, that is an interesting Houndmaster. That is a very defensive Antiquarian and also defensive Man-at-Arms. I'm honestly gonna have to disagree with this team as a whole because having 4 defensive characters is good, but it's not gonna win you a lot of matchups because sometimes you just need a little more aggression what you do than what you have right here. I could go for the pushback on the Fladge, and that is what I'm gonna do. So there's never a chance for me to just go mark and get one-shots on people. I always have to go for not one-shots, badly for us. Yeah, my... what I would really love for it to happen right now would be for this Flagellant to move forward and I stun him, and I just managed to do a lot of damage somehow, but it doesn't look like he wants to do that. I want to kill that Flagellant early, that's gonna be my play here. That is indeed gonna be my play. I'm just gonna shoot him, actually, I'm just gonna shoot him. I do go second every time, which isn't that good, because regen is gonna make my life hell, but... such is the way of the Butcher's Circus. That is what they say, isn't it? It really is. Okay, stun the Man-at-Arms? Or stun the Doggy? 68, 60. Technically this is... lower actually, yeah, lower. Who's more valuable right now? I'd say the Man-at-Arms. Those Bellows are gonna destroy us if we don't get them. If we don't get him out of the way, but honestly these stuns are just delaying the inevitable. Obviously we need to get damage through or we just can't do anything. Please get the stun. Instance coming in clutch with that stun resistance, sadly for us. But it could still not be the end. We could get another stun through and it would still be fine at this point, I'm gonna have to say. And that is indeed what I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go for a Dazzling Light, so a 75% stun chance, a little higher than the previous one. It's just not going through. It's just not going through. That's 2 stuns failed. I'm gonna go for another one. I'm gonna go for a 3rd stun. Hopefully this one works. Oh my god! Why? I have 2 stun trinkets on each character. It's just, why? It's just a numbing instance. On the Flatchland, he's not supposed to resist the first stun like this. It's just nasty. Oh, this is nasty. My goodness. Okay. Yeah, we're really gonna have a hard time in this matchup. When there's stun resistance like that, jeez. That could be a really big misplay, actually. Probably not, actually. Probably not, because it's very unlikely that Bola does 10 damage. But yeah, I'm gonna push him back and I'm just gonna do a sniper shot instead. Yeah, there's no way Bola does 10 damage against, with the battle debuff on ourselves. Yeah, there's no freaking way. All the days, that could be good. Okay, we just have to stun that doggy now, and we could have a really good time here. Sniper shot on who? Yeah, all of them are useless, honestly. There's no point going sniper shot on the Antiquarian right now. I'm never gonna get a kill on her in the next 3 rounds, and there's just gonna be regen, so it's pointless, honestly. It's absolutely pointless. It's gonna be another Rejuvenating Vapors. This is not gonna be that good, because I'm gonna have to go for a stun, which might even miss. Okay, we don't miss, thankfully. But after this stun, we still have to shoot, and oh my god, defensive teams suck to play against when you have something like this. And when you miss the stupid stuns. But it's okay, as long as he's going defensive, he's not going aggressive. Right now we have to go for yet another stun, so it's going to be a 50-50. We do get it, thankfully for us. And he has to click there. Going for a sniper shot right now isn't going to save us. Yeah, he's just gonna regen through it, so sniper shot right now doesn't really do anything for us. What do we do in that case? Maybe just finish him and then a sniper shot, and then he just regens again. And then next round he can just regen because he went first. Everything is useless. Yeah, we're just gonna have to go for it anyway, just hope that, I don't know, maybe he goes greedy and misses X-Sang or something. He gets a crit heal! Ah! Why does regen crit? Why? Oh my god. Oh, I hate this. I can't even mark or do... I mean, in this case, I would have gone, instead of doubling down on this flash, I would have gone for pull on the Antiquarian, maybe a sniper shot, something like that, but... This is just horrible. Yeah, the stupid regen, the fact that I don't have a mark means I just can't do shit. That's really what's going on right here. I can't do anything. Well, even stunning is useless. Okay. There's no pulls, so can't go for any fancy pulls. We just keep doubling down. We force him to act, which is actually maybe not that bad for us here. Force him to act. If he moves forward, this could actually be a GG. If he's dumb enough to move forward. Let's see if he does that. Because that would be GG, because if he moves forward, I go for a smite, and he probably still drops. He's gonna go for that. Yeah. Come on. 68, okay, we get it, thankfully. Thankfully we get that 68. Keep in mind, any of these could have failed, you know, like any of these times. So this 68 stun could have failed, the stun before that could have failed, the stun on the man-at-arms could have failed. Of course we failed 3 stuns on the flash one, so we already know what that's like. If he moves forward right now, it's a huge misplay. Do it. Come on, move forward. He doesn't know I have smite. No, if he looks at it, he knows I have smite. But not every Crusader on smite, so he might just move forward. Come on. Oh, you fool. You fell victim to my trap card. Smite. There we go. Stunning Blow wouldn't do enough, but Smite does. That's why we bring Smite in this team. Tilak taught me this one. That's why you bring goddamn Smite. And now we just drop a finish him. And that's a Flagellant gone, kaput. And my team is still pretty much in pristine condition. So misplay of the century moving forward right there, because Smite, even though for all the hate it gets, in the team like this, it's much more useful than Zealous, because you actually have like this damage tool that can bring characters down to 0 a lot better than Stunning Blow. So even though it's extremely situational, it's pretty darn good. Now there's still one problem, which is the fact that I don't have any kind of what do you call it? Any kind of marks, so I'm gonna have a really hard time killing that Antiquarian. I also don't have poles, so once again, really hard time killing that Antiquarian. But we have to shoot someone. But we know what? You know what? I'm not gonna shoot someone. I'm gonna go for a heal here, just a preemptive heal. Maybe a misplay, honestly. But I feel like I don't have anything else to do right now that would be super important. So I'm just gonna go for a preemptive heal. My team is pretty much chilling. And the situation right now is that he's down a Flagellant, but he has regen applied. So, who's winning right now? Well, it's not too easy to see, because it's going to be a lot more difficult for me to get the second kill now. Potentially a lot more difficult. Stunning Blow first or not? He goes first next round still. I could go for a push or Stunning Blow. Let's go for the Stunning Blow. Come on, Stunning Blow. 50. We don't get it, sadly for us. Very, very sadly for us. Do I want to focus down this Man-at-Arms? I'm not sure that's a good idea. It's the only character I can reliably hit, though. Yeah, I could also just push the Man-at-Arms and then shoot the Antiquarian. Yeah, since I don't have Come Hither, my choices here are very, very limited, which I obviously hate. I don't like being limited in terms of choices. I'm having to run Caltrip's Flashbang, by the way. That's... yeah, Caltrips is good, but not when you're in position 1, and Flashbang is garbage. So, yeah, I really don't enjoy what I'm doing right here. How much damage would this sniper shot do? Let's see. 6 to 11. Yeah, that isn't much, but it's gonna have to make do. I don't have Mark for Death, so I just can't go for that kind of... I can't go for that kind of play. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna hammer away at this Man-at-Arms. That's gonna be our game plan here. We're just gonna hammer away at him without a mark, sadly for us. We're just gonna use the Arbalest Piercing Quarrel to bypass 20 of that protection and just enjoy ourselves. If he doesn't drop another guard right now, a lot of his prot is gonna go away. So Bellow is good, but a guard would have been superior for him right there, because now he's gonna have a hard time. How much dodge does the doggy have? 57, that's not worth going for. I am gonna... I can either go for a stun, which is a 50-50, or I could cure the debuffs. Curing the debuffs sounds good, but I might just flare. Curing the debuffs sounds very good. Yeah, I could do a lot of damage by curing the debuffs. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's cure the debuffs, let's go for a lot of damage on the Man-at-Arms, let's go for a stun on the Man-at-Arms, let's go for finish him, and just enjoy ourselves. Because right now, a crit might actually do not his entire HP, but almost his entire HP. So this is really nice for us. Here come the AoEs, so there is a timer on us. There is a timer on us to actually kill this character. Let's drop the sniper shot, 11 to 19. That's a pretty low roll, but I guess that's what you can do. That is what you can do. The regen is going away though, because he's not stacking it. So maybe that wasn't the best play by him, not to stack that regen. But yeah, here come the Hound's Harries. Some of that dodge is going to go away, actually, if I'm correct. Yeah, a lot of that dodge is going to go away. What does that mean for us? No, that means we have options in terms of who do we want to stun. Do I want to go for the 60 or do we want to go for the 78? Honestly, let's go for this, because if we get it, we're going to have stun synergy with the Bounty Hunter. If we don't get it. Oh well, what can you do? Right now we would have dealt like a 10 on that, maybe. So that would have been much, much better, but what can you do? Thing is, this Man-at-Arms is doomed. This Man-at-Arms is doomed because there's a sniper shot coming, which is going to do enough HP. And even after the regen, I'm just going to hit him again, and he's not going to enjoy himself. So sniper shot's going to do enough. He's probably going to drop a Bellow or something like that, but 6 regen won't be enough. So he's gonna regen, he's gonna go bellow, then I'm gonna drop him down to 0 again, then he's gonna guard, and then I stun the guarding guy, and we just enjoy ourselves. Actually, I might stun the guarding guy first, because he's not gonna have an extra 20 dodge. So we go for the stun first, so he doesn't get an extra 20 dodge, so we just do that, and now the man-at-arms is indeed dead, because there's no way I don't roll for 6. With Smite, Stunning Blow would roll for 4 to 6, but Smite 8 to 12. Unless it misses, which would have been very sad. The accuracy base of Smite is only 90, so be careful with that. But unless it misses, we just get another kill here, and not all is won actually, because these two characters are still pretty insane in a situation like this. I'm almost at Afflictions, and especially with crits, crits are going to make the Afflictions come a whole lot faster, and I still don't have a come hither to use. So no come hither means no fun. Keep that in mind. No come hither means no fun. Stun first? Yeah, maybe. Decision making. I have an interesting decision making to do here. Very interesting, actually. I'm gonna go uppercut on the corpse. The flagellant corpse is gonna go away soon, but this is still worth it. I don't remember when the flagellant corpse is gonna go away, actually. I didn't count, as per usual. But Man-at-Arms was round 7, so let's remember that. Man-at-Arms was round 7. That's gonna be an affliction, probably. No afflictions yet. Oh, that is wonderful. Actually, that is wonderful. Okay, I have only one debuff, so I'm not too concerned about it. Let's go for the double stun. Let's go for the 63. We get it, thankfully for us. And let's go for the stun with the Vestal as well. So stun on that Antiquarian, very reliable, very decent accuracy base, so we just get it. And right now the Arbals can shoot whoever she wants, and let's go for the lowest HP character, just so we get that kill a little bit earlier. And yeah, the corpse does go away. The corpse does indeed go away, so this is even better for us, because now they're all the way up in the front where they obviously don't want to be, right? And now we can just start abusing them with stuns. So we go for this 50-50. We do not get it, sadly, actually. Very sadly. I mean, Houndmaster has a pretty decent stun base res of 40, so it is kind of possible for him to resist the double stun. We go for the 70, thankfully we hit, and we get the stun on that Antiquarian as well. So, not too shabby. If we get a crit right now, we might do enough. I mean, that's very unlikely. Yeah, even with a crit, we wouldn't have done enough because the Bellow debuff is still here. But let's force him to just click that Antiquarian, and honestly, it's all over for Mr. D, because that move forward with the Flagellant just ended his entire career, let's be honest. So even though we had a very defensive team, and I didn't have come hither to punish his Antiquarian in position 4 for going for regens before she should be able to, even though something like that happened, we have just been able to take this W because this team is too defensive. In my opinion, this team is too defensive, and it's supposed to win matchups like this, and it's still not winning them. Because if you were to run this team against like an aggressive stress team, even though there's a Gauntlet of Absolution and Tattered Shoe Toy, which is really gonna help with Cry Havoc, that just wouldn't be enough, honestly. That would just not be enough, and he actually goes for the Affliction instead of going for the regen. Of course, Paranoid turn 1 act out. Nice, nice. That's what you want to see, obviously. We go for another Stunning Blow. Of course, getting lucky now isn't gonna save him. Yeah, it's definitely not gonna save him at this point. So he can get all the luck that he wants in the world. It's just been way too much. These two characters are not in any position to win against 2 stuns and the Narbles being alive. I'm just gonna drop a ball here, honestly, just to potentially get that death blow and do some extra damage on the doggy. So just do that. Now he's gonna go for the regens. Smarty Pants. Smarty Pants going for the regens. We just drop a sniper shot. There's the crit we wanted. Finally, decent crit with this Arbalist, and now we can just drop the finish him if he doesn't have another act out. Something's not right. That's just stress. That should be fine. Stress is just a buff because Crusader is gonna go virtuous anyway, obviously. Wishful thinking, Shep. Very wishful thinking. We're gonna go for the... Let's go for the Stunning Blow. Yes, we get it. No stun, actually, surprisingly. No stun against that stupid doggy. Well, we go for this. 50-50 of getting that stun. Wow. The character in position 1 just gets infinite stun resistances from Mr. D, I think. Yeah, just infinite sunrise, I'm gonna have to say. That's gonna be, come on, Virtue. Now we go Irrational. That's gonna be 4 afflictions, but no, actually just 3 afflictions with Mr. D surrenders anyway. And Salak's waifu does go Fearful, so good bar. But anyway, I hope you all enjoy the matches. The team is still extremely competent because the team is just competent in of itself. So even without marks, it's still amazing. Surprisingly, actually, I was hoping this to be a lot. I was expecting this to be a lot worse than what it actually was. But the team is just absolutely solid. But definitely run Come Hither, definitely run Mark for Death. I would have loved having it. And without it, this was way closer than it should have been. So anyway, I hope you all enjoy the matches. I'll see you again another time. Cheers.